All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's T-Shirt Tuesday. Brendan here, Dad Planet. Thank you so much for tuning in. And hey, if you are new here and this is the first time you are watching, I'm taking recent T-shirt sales all from the eBay catalog, all over $200, mostly used, and we're going to feature them in this segment. There is so much going on in this one. It is packed, so stay tuned for sure. And let's do a little bit of housekeeping first. If you sell a used T-shirt for over $200 and you want it featured on the segment, shoot me an email. I'm all caught up. dadplanetofficial@gmail.com. If I like what I see, I'm going to feature it in the segment, and then I'll give your store a plug as well. So anyways, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the bolos. All right, first one, looking at vintage Rob Zombie Hellbilly Deluxe with the Winterland tag, XL. This is going to fall between $400 and $500 if you find it. It's just his image only. There are other renditions of the shirt similar. We'll take a look at that in the next page or two. But when you get him just his image, $400 to $500. Let's see if we can get the tag. There you go, Winterland XL. Shirt looks like it's in pretty decent condition too. It is not a single stitch t-shirt, and it's still sold for, did it sell for $500? Yeah, $500. So again, other renditions, 1998 square, 36 bids, 112.50. Let's scroll down. You've got a couple of other versions of Rob Zombie shirts here that are all decently priced. Here's the same one that was brand new. Looks like brand new with the tags. 3 bids, $510. I think there's another one down here. 2 bids for $400. Maybe that's the same shirt. All right, non-paying bidder. Then it did better the second time around. He or she, good for them. But anyway, yeah, you find that Winterland tag shirt in between $400 and $500. Looks like the market's been topped out at $510. If it were me, I'm shooting for $550 on mine, depending on the condition. If it's like really well worn and it's got some holes, I might even shoot for $575. So that's just me. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one. This shirt turns up often. There's a couple of renditions of like an all-over print Donkey Kong Nintendo 64 shirt, but this one is from the 90s. I don't remember the year exactly, and it sold for $369.99. There's the other one that was done, I believe, around the same time. It's got the green in the background. Best offer $300. Same shirt here for $110. Let's take a look at this because it says bad condition. This is not an experienced seller. I want to take a look here. Okay, so you've got some holes in the armpit area, and outside of that, one other hole. Yeah, this seller's off by about $100. In this condition, if it were me, I would still be trying to get $250 to $350 for that shirt. So it's interesting to see that particular listing, but Donkey Kong all over prints, $300, $400 each time. You can see here, best offer. It's another one, $475. A couple of non all over prints that sold in the hundreds of dollars there. Not bad. Good one. We'll move on to the next one. All right, Off-White. Off-White is the brand of Virgil Abloh. Virgil Abloh, you guys have heard me talk about him before. He's like the men's creative designer for Louis Vuitton, but he also has his own brand. Also does, I believe, some DJing on the side now is another one of his passions. But the brand Off-White logo is the square X with the bar above it. So right here, right here, right here. This person did very little to explain this shirt. There's the tag. Undercover is the name of this collaboration, I believe. Jun Takahashi. And this shirt sold for $350. You're going to get, $30 to $1,000 depending on what Off-White t-shirts you find. And yes, they will turn up in thrift stores. Here's one that sold best offer, another one best offer. They do a lot of collaborations, so you'll see a lot of Off-White. Anytime you see Off-White Nike, there's a lot of money in that collaboration for sure. There's a better picture of the logo right there with the cross arrows and then the bar above it. This got $35. This one brand new was originally $375. If you go to the Off-White website, it is expensive. This guy targets the absolutely affluent, and kudos to him for doing so. So another shirt for $119, $37.50 on this one, a Stussy collab. So that's best offer $125. They're all over the place depending on the collaboration, but that shirt was a banger for sure. So All right, next one. Sonic Youth. You're going to make a ton of money. 36 bids on this one for the Hysteric Astronaut. $588. Let's see if we can get a picture of the tag. I think it's probably just on a basic tag, if I remember correctly. Yes, Lee Total Cotton, made in the USA. Sonic Youth, a lot of money in it. This is Dinosaur Jr. That they did a tour together, I believe. So here's another one similar from Australia, $192. Sonic Youth again here from Canada, $305. That's Canadian dollars. Same shirt as above for $400. Good money in there. There's an orange one for best offer, $275. I don't think this is a Sonic Youth shirt. I could be wrong. Same shirt that we're looking at right there, Hysterical Astronaut, $680. So this one sold for $680. Let's see. Are we talking about the same one here? Yep, non-paying bidder. And then they did it again for $588. Not bad, but I mean, Sonic Youth, you're easily $500 if you find one of the more desirable ones for sure, but certainly over $100 when you are sourcing them for sure. Check out this shirt. I have never seen an all-over print Popeye shirt. This is crazy. Is it going to let me maximize it? It doesn't appear so. There we go. Look at these graphics. 1994 King Features Syndicate, the Hearst Corporation. I've never heard of it. Back says Street Life. This is really sweet. Toltecs, extra large, all over prints. They're not a ton of them. This one sold for $254.99. Only 4 all over print Popeye shirts have sold in the last 90 days. That one is the top of the market. This one here sold for one bid $125. This one, I don't know exactly where it landed. Let's say $150. And then a Syracuse Popeye collaboration for $60. Really, really rare. But again, because the market is just so crazy, you know, you got to maybe this seller thought they were shooting high at $250, $300. Again, $450, $500, $600. Put it up there. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. We'll move on to the next one. This is another excellent back and front graphic t-shirt. This is from Disney, 1997. This is what, a convention? Yeah, a convention, maybe a convention exclusive. It sold for $350. Has a very Halloween-y feel, which is like right up my alley. Brand new. The shirt sold for $495, so it makes sense that this one sold in the $350 range. I think there is one listed right now that's brand new for $495. I hope it's not this one. Hopefully they got paid for that one, especially a couple days after Christmas, pay off that credit card bill. But yeah, another awesome shirt. And we will move on to the next one. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a band called the Butthole Surfers, and they are even harder to find than the Sonic Youths of the world. Price is according. So this one sold, I think this was best offer, and I don't remember if I pulled it up. So let's just say it landed around $1,100 to $1,000. This is from 1993. There's the Fruit of the Loom tag, made in the USA. XL. Here's the back with all of the tour dates. Vintage Butthole Surfers. I mean, here's $137 here, but then you've got a best offer here. Another one here that sold for $300. Another one here that sold for $380. $125, or $130, although that's Lollapalooza. This is a bootleg, so got to pass on those ones. But yeah, unbelievable sale for sure. That shirt looks super rare. Here's another one, 1993. Seems to be the year you want to look for, and I can't tell you why. Like maybe there's just that tour was a memorable tour. Maybe Nirvana was on it, according to this title right here. $820 for that bad boy. Doesn't get any better than that. $750, unbelievable. We'll move on to the next one. All right, there's no logical reason why this Lost in Translation shirt from 2003 sold for $800, but it did. I think there's one currently listed right now for around $1,100, the same shirt. Was this an Oscar-worthy movie? It says Bill Murray, and here's why, trying to explain why the markets, like the t-shirt markets, the trading card markets, why they're going so crazy is almost impossible to understand, and it's almost harder to tell where the ceiling is. And I'm going to give you an example of just how crazy these markets are. So we're going to veer off to the right a little bit, and we're going to talk trading cards. I'm going to show you something on the next screen that's going to blow your mind. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, meet Anthony Bennett. Anthony Bennett was a #1 pick in the NBA draft, was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't think this guy played more than 4 years in the NBA. And if my research is correct, in those 4 years, he played for 4 different teams. His average points per game, I don't think was any higher than 5. 5 points per game. He is widely regarded as one of the, if not the biggest busts in NBA history. This guy did nothing in the NBA. And this card of his got 30 bids and sold for $44,100. This guy will never, ever be talked about in any of the circles regarding All-Star, perennial All-Star, Hall of Fame, any of those things. He was a total bust, and this card sold for $44,000. That, ladies and gentlemen, is so insane, and that's why there's really no end in sight to where the ceiling is for these trading card markets. The t-shirt markets are acting the same exact way. There's no reason that Lost in Translation shirt should have sold for $800, but it did. No comps within the last 90 days. Absolutely bananas. No telling where these markets are going. That's why if you're not sourcing anything else, look for vintage t-shirts, and hey, look for trading cards while you're at it. We'll move on to the next one. Who doesn't love Dolly Parton? This is like one of the most wonderful human beings on planet Earth. Like, seriously, she's just amazing. And oh, by the way, there's a market for her t-shirts. So this one on a Brockham tag, Dolly Parton, I think it's a front back. I'll get you a picture of the tag. There's no, I think it's 1993, 1995. I can't really tell. I think it's 93. Dolly Parton, Brockham. That's what the tag looks like. That's what the back of the tag looks like. That's what the back of the shirt looks like. Nice, like, Aztec background, by the way. Shout out you, seller. It's nicely done. Good pictures. She sold for $300, and she is a low for sure. Here's one that was a best offer. Another one best offer. Another one best offer. $75 on this one here. Did I bring up what she actually sold for? Let's say she settled in at $250. The other Dolly Parton shirts, a Dolly Parton Pee-wee collaboration. You don't see that every day. $250 right here. Yeah. 65 here. She's amazing. It makes sense. Kind of makes sense, kind of doesn't make sense. But you know, based on the trading cards we just talked about, you kind of figure out where we're going with that. So price here is a little bit higher if you find her. We'll move on to the next one. All right, Tool. We're gonna get this. This is like $150 to $200 shirt. We're gonna give the seller the benefit of the doubt here. This is Tool, Medicine Twins concert t-shirt, long sleeve, and it says it's got a bid for $1,000. Now, Maynard James Keenan is the lead singer of this band. He is also the lead singer of the band Pussifer. This guy also, in his off time, runs a winery. I believe it's Merkin Vineyards in Stronghold, Arizona, somewhere in, like, he lives in the Jerome, Arizona area. But this is my kind of rock star. Tool, one of my favorite bands, but Maynard James Keenan, one of my favorite people because he's like the anti-rock star. He's just a weird dude. But Tool is extremely popular. Pussifer has a large following. And then the guy crushes grapes in the off season with his wife. That's insane. How many rock stars do you hear have that type of like non-rock star resume? I mean, he's a really interesting guy to listen to. He's into jiu-jitsu. Actually got the coronavirus, and 3 months in now, he's saying he's having trouble with his lungs still, which is really sad because he's a lead singer and you need them. So yeah, take it seriously, people. But anyway, we'll move on to the next one. This is an official rap t-shirt, not a bootleg, ladies and gentlemen. We want easy. Easy-E. I'm going to show you a pic. Let's get even got blood on it. Look at that. Boy, you don't see that every day either, do you? Boy, that's insane. 1988, Stephen Wills. I mean, maybe that's blood. Does blood stay red like that? I think blood darkens. I don't know. Let's call it blood because that makes it cooler. Ruthless Records, 1988. So this did not sell for $600. It sold for $320. If you find, here I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. If I find an authentic concert t-shirt wrap, especially NWA, Eazy-E, I'm pricing mine at $2,000 best offer, and I'm going to take $1,500. $600 down to $320 for a shirt you might never see again in a market that has absolutely no ceiling in sight. I know where I'm going with that. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this one. So yeah, the chances of this turning up, slim to none. Shout out to whoever sold this shirt because it is just insane, incredible. Eazy-E, for those of you that don't know, passed away from complications due to AIDS, but a long time ago, died way too young. Insane find for this seller. Very cool. We're going to move on to the next one. You guys have seen this shirt in the segment before, but this seller is either the dumbest seller on planet Earth or a thief. This shirt sold for $250. The problem is there are reproductions of the shirt being made that are obviously worth way less. Now, reading his description, this does not say anywhere here that this was a reproduction, unless I'm missing something. So vintage, and he's saying vintage. So the theme is the 80s. The year it was manufactured, 1989. So he's saying that this is the actual vintage shirt. Problem here is that this shirt is a $1,500 to $2,000 shirt. This is the reproduction being sold brand new for $37, and then here's this shirt turning up all over the place. But okay, here we go. Best offer $1,200, $1,700 here, $1,600 here. You're looking at a $2,000 t-shirt that they sold for $250. What's going on there? Either didn't mention that it was a reproduction and knew that ahead of time and, like, you know, scored an additional $200 from a buyer, which seems kind of dishonest, or they're so unbelievably oblivious, which to me, if you're pricing that shirt at $250, I'm having a hard time believing you are oblivious to it. So what do you do? What's going on here? It's just this doesn't make any sense. So $250 for that shirt. But again, folks, if you find this one, $2,000. That's where I'm putting mine at. We'll move on to the next one. All right, vintage type O negative 1994 Christian woman. I can hear the song like right now. This guy, the lead singer's name was Peter. He had a big, deep, booming voice. The guy was huge in real life too. He was 6'7". He died in 2010. So R.I.P. there. But just like the atypical quintessential like heavy metal voice. And yeah, this shirt sold 24 bids. $405. Typo negative, you're going to get paid for sure. $206 here for a windbreaker jacket. $405. This is biohazard symbol, so this is not, that just must have been a tour short, not theirs specifically. Another typo negative, best offer, $600. Biohazard, again, tour short, $153. Typo negative from Halloween, yeah, 1990, their Halloween show, a best offer, let's call it $200. $155 here. 105 here. Go, you know, search Christian woman on YouTube and listen to the first minute or two. The guy's voice is just so like it's ringing in my ears right now. Anyway, we'll move on to the next one. Pokemon, vintage Pokemon 1999 shirt. This is steep for a Pokemon shirt from the late 90s. $800. Really good graphic. 1999 official Pokemon tag. And these shirts don't usually sell for this much, so it was best offer. Let's call it $500. But $250 here for vintage 1999. How many do we have? See, there's only 6 that have sold in the last 90 days for over $100. So that's really, really, really steep for them. And if they got somewhere around $500, awesome. That's amazing. Charizard here for $125. Burger King promo shirt for $190. Ash Ketchum right there for $125. And then that, I believe that same Charizard shirt from before, brand new on a best offer. So yeah, that's a real reach for that one. This next one, however, is not a real reach, and there's a lesson coming here. So Supreme and Bape, they don't typically do collaborations. They're very strong brands in and of their own rights, and I mean that shouldn't preclude them from doing a collaboration. It just doesn't happen that often. So the Supreme brand is just Supreme, and then Bape does a lot of camo. So you can see like the camo style, and then there's like the a Bape stands for a bathing ape, for those of you that don't know, and this is like a gorilla ape logo. That's their logo. So you see a Supreme tag right here. And then I wonder if we can get a picture of the, there you go. There's the a bathing ape symbol logo. This collaboration is so insanely rare. It's almost impossible to find. Like you're never going to find it in store. If you do find it, however, I'm going to tell you what I would do. I'm going to charge between $10,000 and $20,000 for this shirt. The reason I'm going to do that is because my target market for this shirt is an artist, like a celebrity, right? In my brain, celebrities are looking for this particular collaboration, this particular t-shirt, and they have the money to spend. So I'm going $10,000 to $20,000 to someone who has no problem paying 10 grand for a t-shirt. So keep that in mind. If you see the Supreme box logo, Bape collaboration t-shirts anywhere in the wild, target a celebrity, somebody that's got the funds. It's no sweat off their back making that kind of payment. And those are the types of people that are looking for this. You feature it in a video or something along those lines. So keep that in mind, and bam, that's it. That's all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe some of those sales? I mean, it's just outrageous. It's just absolutely blowing my mind for sure. But listen, if you want to see more bolos like these, make sure you are subscribed. Leave a like if you liked what you saw, if you learned something. And that's all I got for you. We'll do it again next week. Brendan here, Dad Planet. I appreciate you all. As always, thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode.